What was really funny in this whole process is I did not tell my youngest son, and it was not for any real reason other than I just try not to have anybody know. And so we had a dinner. We sat around the table. I have a 21-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 17-year-old, and then my wife and I. It's hard to get everybody at the table. Jaden's like, gosh, this is kind of wild. We're all sitting around. I said, well, I want to tell you something. And when I told him that we had sold the company, his jaw hit the floor, and he just goes, so you're telling me now we're broke? And we all just busted out laughing. I was like, son, I sold it, for money. And so just the reaction of the kids was pretty hilarious. My name is Doug Robbins. I'm the previous owner of Robbins Landscaping in Chester, Virginia. Robbins Landscaping offers design build services, and that's anything from construction, building pavilions, to walls, to patios. We also offer a maintenance service where we maintain properties. The business got started June 1st, 1989. I met a business coach along the way who said, hey, while you're building it, build it with the end in mind. And so for the past 15 years, he's kind of been in my ear saying, hey, we need more recurring revenue. We need better systems and processes. And we need to make sure our financials are really in a great order so that someone could understand them easily. The goal was to create something that ultimately would be able to be conveyed to someone else. Think about what it's going to look like in the end, and then work backwards to create a company that will serve a need in the community, and then an opportunity for someone else to take the business to an improved or maybe a larger size in the future. After a number of deaths in my family and close friends, I decided that it was better for me to spend time doing more things that I love doing. I began looking for people to help me sell my business. As soon as I connected with Jonah, I was like, wait a minute, this is the guy I think maybe that can help me. And then had Jonah and Jeff come up and see me, and I could tell that Jeff and Jonah were listening to me that day in the living room, and there was no pressure. That initial connection with Midstreet was powerful for me, and it just really was like hand in glove fit. One of the things that surprised me initially was the first folks that Jonah put in front of me were actually the perfect fit for me. And I just felt as though these young men had their heart in the right place. And I believed that they carefully looked at the company and recognized that, I'd put 34 and a half years of my life into this, and they are respecting that very much.
Robbins is a great business that centers around not only the team, but Doug Robbins himself, who has not only close personal relationships with all his clients, but is oftentimes the heart and soul of the organization. As we started to look at the market, we wanted to find a company that had a strong management team and a strong background of systems and processes. And when we found Doug and his team, they were honestly a perfect fit because they were a company who we also felt like we could really learn from. Doug is going to stay involved in the business. That's extremely important to him. We chose him for a reason, and I believe strongly that he chose us for a reason. And so we want that relationship to be healthy, not only at the closing table, but for years to come.
What was important to me was to give to these new folks, Robbins Landscaping, gift wrapped, saying, here it is, I'm giving you everything I got, run with it. I look forward to the day where I can wave to one of the Robbins trucks or whatever they call it at that point and go, hey, I got that started, but look what it is today.